Hello, Immortal News family, and welcome back to our channel. In the last 24 hours, we have received the somber news of the passing of extraordinary talents, and today's episode is dedicated to honoring their memory. Before we start, we kindly ask for your support. If this video or the legacies of these remarkable individuals have touched your life, please consider giving this video a thumbs up as a sign of respect and remembrance. Thank you. Number 7. The kindest of human beings. That's how Michael Imperioli described Jerry Adler. It's a phrase echoed across decades of theater sets and television stages. People didn't just admire him for his work, they cherished him for who he was. Jerry Adler, who passed away peacefully at 96, was a true fixture in American entertainment. His kindness, wit, and calming presence made every room better, every scene brighter. Before he was known to millions as Herman Hesh Rabkin on The Sopranos or Howard Lyman on The Good Wife, Jerry built a legacy behind the curtains. Born in Brooklyn to a theatrical family, he grew up among storytellers. His early career blossomed backstage on Broadway, where he shaped over 50 productions and worked on classics like My Fair Lady. Then in his 60s, an age when many start to slow down, Jerry did something extraordinary. He stepped in front of the camera and began a whole new chapter. His portrayal of Hesh in The Sopranos fused wisdom with edge, humor with gravity. Audiences saw not just a character, but a lifetime of experience etched into every moment. He brought that same spark to shows like Transparent, Rescue Me, and Broad City. With each role, big or small, Jerry brought heart. Directors praised his timing. Actors praised his generosity. Robert King, showrunner of The Good Wife, once called him one of our favorite collaborators, always surprising us with what he brought. Even in his final years, Jerry stayed busy. He returned to Broadway, penned a memoir, and shared stories from a career few could match, from backstage cues to primetime performances. Jerry passed away due to natural causes, surrounded by love. He is survived by his wife Joan and daughters Elisa, Amy, Laura, and Emily. Though he's gone, his voice, spirit, and laughter remain in every role, every memory. The stage may be a little quieter now, but his legacy lives on, in the hearts he touched, the stories he told, and the people who called him a friend. Tributes to Jerry Adler. Number 6. You could always count on Forrest to show up, not just with support, but with heart. Those words, shared by a longtime colleague in the racing world, speak volumes about the man behind one of the biggest names in American motorsports. Forrest Lucas, who passed away at the age of 83, built more than a company. He built a legacy of resilience, innovation, and generosity. After a humble childhood on a small Indiana farm, he climbed his way from truck driver to freight business owner, never losing sight of the value of hard work. In 1988, Forrest and his wife Charlotte launched Lucas Oil Products, starting with engine additives designed not just to work, but to last. What began as a small operation quickly became a global brand. Under his leadership, Lucas Oil gained respect in households, garages, and racetracks worldwide. Forrest believed in the power of competition and the heart of the American motorsports community. That belief led him to sponsor major racing series like NHRA, NASCAR, and IndyCar, and support countless racers, from seasoned pros to grassroots teams. His name graces Lucas Oil Stadium and Lucas Oil Raceway Park, testaments to his far-reaching impact. He didn't stop with engines and racetracks. he founded Forrest Films and MAV-TV to bring racing culture to screens everywhere. His non-profit, Protect the Harvest, reflected his deep values, defending rural communities and livelihoods with bold determination. In 2024, his decades-long support of the drag racing world was honored with the NHRA Lifetime Achievement Award. Glenn Cromwell, NHRA president, once said, "Forrest Lucas truly embodies the spirit of drag racing." Away from the spotlight, Forrest mentored veterans, funded scholarships, and gave generously without fanfare. He was a man of principle, known for his honesty and drive, always standing by friends and causes he believed in. Forrest Lucas passed away peacefully, surrounded by family. He is survived by his beloved wife Charlotte and 7 children. His memory lives on in every roar of the engine, every dream sparked in the garage, and every life made brighter by his quiet kindness. Tributes to Forrest Lucas. Number 5. There was a silence in his work, said a longtime collaborator. Not absence, but presence. Light speaking louder than words. Eduardo Serra, the Portuguese cinematographer whose gift transformed cinema, passed away at the age of 81. He died peacefully, surrounded by loved ones. Across more than 4 decades, Eduardo shaped iconic films with a quiet brilliance. His lens brought depth to Unbreakable, poetry to Girl with a Pearl Earring, and weight to the final 2 Harry Potter films. He earned 2 Academy Award nominations and was honored in his home country with one of Portugal's highest civilian distinctions. His style, elegant, painterly, and full of soul, left a lasting imprint on European cinema and beyond. Born in Lisbon and raised on classic films, Eduardo translated emotion into light. His cinematography never drew attention to itself but always served the story. Directors trusted him to capture not just scenes but feeling. He worked with renowned voices like Claude Chabrol and Patrice Leconte, elevating period dramas and thrillers alike. Hollywood recognized his talent too, calling him in for blockbusters that needed beauty and depth. Despite his global recognition, Eduardo remained deeply grounded. He mentored rising cinematographers, encouraging them to trust their eye and heart. His calm presence on set inspired confidence. His legacy extends far beyond the screen. Marek Zidovich, director of the Kamerimage Festival, remembered him as a warm, humble, and devoted friend, whose mastery of light delighted both colleagues and global audiences. Eduardo's passing is felt deeply across the film world. Tributes have come from peers, students, and film lovers who saw the world differently through his images. His family and filmmaking community now carry the flame he lit, a soft, steady brilliance that still glows in every frame he touched. Tributes to Eduardo Serra. Number 4. It was always about the story. Per Holst once said, "If the story doesn't move you, it won't move anyone else." That simple belief guided him through nearly 7 decades of filmmaking and shaped the very foundation of modern Danish cinema. Per Holst, an icon of storytelling and vision, passed away peacefully at the age of 86. He had been battling health challenges in recent years and died surrounded by loved ones. His influence stretched far beyond Denmark. As the producer of Pelle Erobreren, which earned both an Oscar and the Palme d'Or, he helped bring Nordic stories to a global stage. Youthful classics like Zappa and Tro, Hob og Kærlighed set new standards in their time, and still resonate today. Holst began his journey at just 17, working behind the scenes at Nordisk Film. Within a few short years, he was creating his own works, charming audiences with the animated children's feature Benny's Badekar. By the 1980s, he had become one of the most sought-after producers in Scandinavian cinema, known for his collaborations with talents like Bill August, Niels Malmros, Lars von Trier, and Helle Rieslinge. Yet, it wasn't just the films. It was the way he brought them to life. He was a mentor, a guide, a quiet force behind the scenes who saw potential in others before they saw it in themselves. From his leadership at Nordisk Film to his time on the board of the European Film College, Holst's name became a seal of creative trust. He helped young voices find their footing without ever stepping into the spotlight himself. The Danish Film Institute called him a pillar of Nordic film whose work will inspire generations. His son, Anders K. Holst, shared that the family is deeply moved by the wave of support and condolences they've received. Per Holst leaves behind not just a legacy of unforgettable films, but a spirit of generosity and passion that touched everyone he worked with. He showed us that storytelling could be both art and heart. Tributes to Per Holst. Number 3. Art tells the story of our lives, even when our words fail us. Richard Hobert once said that, and he lived it fully. The celebrated Swedish writer and film director passed away in August at the age of 73. Known for his deep compassion and powerful storytelling, Hobert leaves behind a remarkable legacy of nearly 5 decades in film and theater. Born in Kalmar, Sweden, Richard Hobert first found his voice as a radio playwright. He later moved into television and film, where he became one of Nordic cinema's most respected auteurs. His keen interest in politics, language, and culture shaped works that were as thought-provoking as they were emotionally resonant. His breakthrough film, Spring of Joy, launched the powerful 7 Deadly Sins cycle, a series that examined human frailty with honesty, humor, and beauty. The series earned critical acclaim across Sweden and beyond. Ingmar Bergman called Spring of Joy a masterpiece, a rare honor that spoke to Hobert's depth as a creator. In 2002, his film Everyone Loves Alice struck a chord internationally. Winning Best European Film at the Hollywood Film Festival, it confirmed his gift for exploring difficult emotions with sensitivity. Though not all of his work was met with the same acclaim, Hobert always remained true to his vision. From historical dramas to intimate character studies, each project carried his signature empathy and insight. He also brought that same passion to the stage. His play Manhattan Security opened at Stockholm's Royal Dramatic Theatre, another reminder of his versatility and depth. Friends and collaborators remember Richard for his gentle leadership, his curiosity, and his unwavering belief in the power of storytelling. The Swedish Film Institute called him a masterful chronicler of Swedish lives and landscapes. Others have spoken of his mentorship and the quiet kindness he brought to every set. Richard Hobert passed away peacefully, leaving behind a body of work that continues to speak for him. He is remembered not only through his films and plays, but in the lives of those he inspired. He is survived by loved ones, colleagues, and generations of audiences who found pieces of their own stories through his art. Tributes to Richard Hobert. Number 2, Sharon's passion lit fires and opened doors for so many. These words from Pull Up for Change capture the spirit of someone who didn't just disrupt an industry, she reshaped it. Sharon Chuter, the Nigerian-born founder of Woma Beauty, passed away at the age of 38. She died peacefully, surrounded by love. Though her time with us was short, her legacy is vast. Born in Nigeria, Sharon saw firsthand how the beauty world failed to represent all faces. That realization sparked a mission that would echo across borders. She brought Revlon to Nigeria on her own, breaking barriers from the very start. Later, she held top roles at L'Oreal and LVMH before launching Woma Beauty. When Woma launched with 51 foundation shades, it wasn't just a product drop, it was a wake-up call. Sharon proved inclusion wasn't a trend, it was a necessity. Woma, meaning beautiful in Igbo, became a statement and a movement. Her drive didn't stop at makeup. In 2020, she launched the "Sarp Pull Up or Shut Up" campaign, urging brands to share diversity stats in leadership. It wasn't optional, accountability had arrived. That same fire powered her Make It Black campaign, which raised awareness and funds for Black-owned businesses. Through it all, Sharon led with courage. Her presence was bold, her message clear. Beauty must reflect every shade, every identity. She mentored countless creators, pushed for justice, and refused to settle for halfway. Industry leaders and fans around the world continue to offer tributes, calling her a powerhouse, a light, and a true changemaker. Woma Beauty and her advocacy work remain powerful symbols of her vision. Sharon's family has asked for privacy, and details about memorials have not yet been shared. But what she built, her courage, her voice, her mission, lives on. She changed beauty. She challenged systems. She gave a platform to so many who had been silenced. And in doing so, she became one of the most impactful advocates of our time. Tributes to Sharon Chuter. What's trending on the internet? News 1. What a remarkable legacy Lonnie Anderson leaves behind. The beloved actress, best known as the unforgettable Jennifer Marlowe on the classic sitcom WKRP in Cincinnati, has passed away in Los Angeles at the age of 79, just days before her 80th birthday. Her family shared that Lonnie faced a prolonged illness with courage and grace, after being diagnosed with a rare and aggressive form of cancer. While many remember her for her glamorous looks and quick wit on screen, Lonnie also dazzled audiences in films like Stroker Ace and enjoyed a storied career alongside names like Burt Reynolds. Those who knew her off-screen cherish her even more as a loving wife, devoted mother, and proud grandmother. Lonnie's warmth, humor, and Hollywood sparkle inspired generations, and her work will be treasured for years to come. Although she will be deeply missed, the smile she brought to our screens and our hearts will never fade. News 2. Sometimes a remarkable story touches our hearts and reminds us of the kindness that endures even through life's greatest challenges. Amy Forsyth was just 22 years old when she fell ill with a sore throat, which quickly led to complications, and she was rushed to the Ulster Hospital in Northern Ireland last November. Surrounded by loved ones and the compassionate care of medical staff, Amy sadly passed away just 5 days later. Amy's memory lives on through her vibrant spirit and the love she shared with everyone around her. She had recently earned her journalism degree and was working as a classroom assistant with dreams of becoming a teacher. Her family remembers her as the kindest girl, with a big heart and a beautiful smile that brightened every room. In a heartfelt tribute, Amy's family decided to honor the exceptional care she received by giving back to the hospital's intensive care unit. Their donation will help enhance facilities for patients and families, ensuring Amy's legacy is one of compassion and hope. Her story reminds us that a life lived with purpose and love leaves a lasting mark, and Amy will be remembered for the joy and care she brought to the world. News 3. It was a tense Saturday morning for young athletes and families in Beaver County, Pennsylvania, as the Aliquippa Middle School football team bus was involved in a serious crash while heading to their first game of the season. The bus was carrying 25 students and 2 adults, and authorities reported that 21 children were taken to local hospitals for medical evaluation, with others cared for by their parents nearby. Emergency crews responded quickly, and updates from the school assure us that every player is being closely watched and supported. The entire community has come together. Parents met their children at the Ambridge fire station, and messages of hope and encouragement have flooded in from near and far. As we keep these young athletes and their families in our thoughts, this incident reminds us of the strength and resilience within our local sports communities. The Aliquippa team won't be defined by this accident, but by their courage. And today, the support they receive shows us all how caring and united a community can be in challenging times. News 4. Letitia Paul, a promising 22-year-old law graduate from Brazil, is being fondly remembered after her life was unexpectedly cut short following a rare allergic reaction during a routine CT scan. Loved ones describe Letitia as bright, kind, and filled with potential, having just completed her studies and eager to begin her career in law. Though her passing is a deep loss for her family, friends, and community, Letitia's spirit and achievements will continue to inspire all who knew her. As we reflect on her journey, we hold her memory close and honor the dream she so passionately pursued, reminding us all to cherish every moment and celebrate the remarkable lives among us. News 5. What an incredible reminder of the creativity and dedication that goes into making the shows we all love. There's sad news to share from the set of Emily in Paris, as the show's assistant director Diego Barella has passed away at the age of 47. Diego, a talented Venetian native, collapsed during filming for the upcoming 5th season, while working at the iconic Hotel Daniele in Venice, Italy. Although immediate medical help arrived and the crew tried their best to revive him, Diego could not be saved. Known for his passion, craftsmanship, and warm spirit, Diego made a lasting impact behind the camera, bringing a blend of Italian artistry and international vision to every project he touched. Those who worked with him remember a dedicated professional and a true friend, someone whose presence elevated every set he joined. After a respectful pause to honor his memory, production on the new season of Emily in Paris is once again underway, with the entire cast and crew carrying Diego's legacy forward. As fans await the season's premiere, Diego Barella will be fondly remembered for his contributions to the world of film and for the lasting mark he left on his colleagues. His spirit and hard work will continue to shine in every episode. News 6. Let's take a moment to honor the remarkable legacy of Harrison Dosick, the renowned Los Angeles entertainment attorney who touched Hollywood and beyond for nearly 40 years. Harrison passed away unexpectedly on August 14th at the age of 65, leaving behind a legacy of legal brilliance, warmth, and integrity. Throughout his career, Harrison stood at the forefront of entertainment law, fiercely representing some of the biggest names in film and television. He was especially respected for his successful defense of actress Angelina Jolie and his work with major studios like Paramount Pictures and Sony. Colleagues describe him as a treasured friend, someone whose humor, kindness, and wisdom inspired trust in everyone around him. Harrison was honored by Best Lawyers in America and Southern California Super Lawyers for good reason. He cared deeply for his work and his clients, but above all, he loved his family. His wife Joanne and their children, Artie and Carly. Though Harrison Dosick is no longer with us, his lasting impact on the legal community and the lives he touched will not be forgotten. Remembered as both a giant in his field and a gentle soul, his legacy will continue to inspire kindness, excellence, and integrity for years to come. News 7. Let's take a moment to honor the remarkable life of Theodore Friedman, a beloved Brooklyn native who recently passed away at the age of 96. Known fondly as Ted, he touched the hearts of so many friends and neighbors over his long and meaningful life. Ted was more than just a familiar face around his Brooklyn community. He was someone people admired for his warmth, kindness, and unwavering dedication to those he cared about. To his loving family and the many lives he influenced, Ted will always be remembered as someone who made every day just a little brighter. As we reflect on his life, let's cherish the stories and values Ted leaves behind. May his legacy serve as an inspiration for us all to spread a little more kindness and light wherever we go. Number 1. She carried our stories with grace and power. Nandi gave voices to those history tried to silence. Nandi Nyembe, who passed away peacefully at the age of 75, was more than a familiar face on screen. She was the heart of South African storytelling. For over 5 decades, she shaped the arts with performances that touched generations. From her unforgettable role as Sister Lizzie in Soul City to the tough yet loving Nandi Sibiya in Zone 14, Nandi's characters became family to millions. Born in Kliptown, Johannesburg, she began her journey in theater, performing in pivotal productions like Sophiatown and Curl Up and Die. She transitioned to the screen during a time when few roles existed for black actors, helping break barriers in the industry. Her versatility shone in projects like Yizo Yizo, Izibaya, and the international hit The #1 Ladies Detective Agency. More recently, she brought warmth and humanity to the role of Mageti in the popular drama Adulting. Off-screen, Nandi was a comforting guide, generous with wisdom and deeply committed to mentoring young performers. Her calm strength, respectful presence, and devotion to her roots earned her admiration far beyond the stage. She wasn't just a performer, she was a beacon, a voice of resistance during the apartheid era, a storyteller whose words moved hearts and minds, a cultural guardian who used every role to reflect real lives. Actress Florence Masebi noted, "Nandi didn't just act, she listened, felt, and gave. Her lessons will guide us for years to come." Though she faced health challenges in her later years, Nandi remained active creatively, continuing to inspire until her peaceful passing. The impact she left is immeasurable, seen in the stories still told, the actors she raised, and the audiences she moved. Nandi Nyembe's legacy lives in every laugh she sparked, every tear she drew, and every artist she empowered. She is survived by her family and remembered by a nation that fell in love with both her characters and her spirit. Tributes to Nandi Nyembe. Because I heard the Queen City needed a king. Those words, spoken in Malik Taylor's signature style, charming, bold, and full of humor,